So, episode number 1 of the OSL podcast. And in this first episode, I have the pleasure of speaking to Jordin Vliegen, who is a streetlifting coach and athlete and gym owner based in the Netherlands.
Cool. So, the first thing, I guess, for any listeners who might not be aware of you, I'd like to get just a little sort of a little background check in terms of just your history, in terms of, where did your athletic sort of career maybe start, whether that was strength sports, a different sport, and then maybe how that's evolved and ended to where you kind of are now as a streetlifting coach.
Yes, yeah, it's a nice story. So here in my city, there weren't like many calisthenics type of people, or usually in these parks that you see a lot these days. So there was one specific park in the Central Park here in Maastricht, and I just started working out because I was too young for the gym. I was only 14 years old,
Okay.
and yeah, I really enjoyed it, doing some pull-ups, dips, and I wanted to learn handstands. And I saw bar brothers for the first time when I was 14, and that got me into calisthenics. And a friend of mine showed me bar brothers Maastricht. I didn't know they were here in Maastricht also.
Okay.
We trained in the backyard of this guy, the owner of bar brothers Maastricht, and that's where the journey began. And yeah, many years later, I keep doing calisthenics, a lot of statics, a little bit dynamics, but it wasn't really my thing, and a lot of set and reps, so like the endurance part.
Yep.
Um, yeah, and I just kept doing it. I don't know why. I also tried like fitness, bodybuilding, stuff like that, but I never really enjoyed it as much as calisthenics. I never really bothered by the looks. Like I just wanted to be
Okay.
strong, athletic. I wanted to learn new things, and
Yeah.
calisthenics was just the way to go.
Okay. Interesting. And then I guess around this time, that was the only sport. Was there any other involvement for you in any other type of sports?
I did fighting sports like kickboxing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also did a lot of Hapkido. It's like Aikido and Judo combined, but you're making a lot of use of the strength of your opponent.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's more like a self-defense thing.
Yeah. Was that
Um,
competitive? Any of this competitive, or just
no,
more just to learn?
no, it was because my parents really were like they wanted me to be on a sport where I can learn to defend myself.
Okay.
And that was when I was also really young. And then I started doing calisthenics,
Yeah.
and I got so much into calisthenics that I quitted fighting sports. Sometimes
Okay.
I still do kickboxing, but it's
Nice.
more for fun. It's not something that I do on a weekly basis.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I'm also like doing so much with the calisthenics and also playing a lot of padel these days. So it's too many if I also do kickboxing or something else.
Yeah. That's quite interesting because like they're quite on different ends of the spectrum in terms of, is that how it's pronounced? Padel or paddle?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Paddle.
padel.
Yeah. 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 But I guess you'd kind of get a lot of the athletic attributes from those as well. So in terms of like uh spatial awareness, coordination, all those kind of attributes, agility. So I
Yeah,
guess that's quite useful. Because I always see like a lot of the best athletes have a good sort of background from those other sports where you get those other attributes that are hard to
yeah,
get as you get older. So
yeah,
it's quite
exactly.
interesting. Yeah.
That's why I'm doing it, because like cardio is something you really either love or you hate it.
Yeah.
And if you hate it and you are doing it, you will not do it forever.
That's
That
true.
everybody is like, there's a point where you just like, fuck it, I'm not doing it anymore. And with
Yeah.
paddle, it's because it's a game and I'm doing it with
Mm,
friends, but I'm also doing it competitive. It
yeah.
doesn't feel like cardio, but it's like if you get at the level where we're slowly getting now, it's really hard. It's exhausting, but
Yeah.
the athletic performance I'm getting from it is really crazy. But since I started doing paddle, I'm doing it for like maybe 2.5 years now. My street lifting improved like a lot.
Oh wow. Okay.
But it's just because of the cardiovascular
Yeah.
agility, my my rehab is just so much better. Like I feel more ready earlier. I don't
Yeah.
need to rest that long. I feel more athletic.
Yeah.
I don't feel that like slow. that I
Yeah.
was when I was in the minus 101 category, and before I started doing paddle,
Hmm.
I felt like a bodybuilder sometimes. I was not like a powerlifter,
Yeah, yeah, I get you.
like not
Yeah,
athletic at all.
yeah.
And now these two sports combined, for me, it works really good. Of course, when I have a heavy leg day or something, I just want to keep it separately.
Hmm.
Or when I'm in competition, then
Yep,
of course I'm not doing as many paddle matches.
yep.
But like throughout the year, in order to stay lean, in order to stay fit, and to enjoy cardio, for me it works perfect.
Yeah, no, I like it. I mean, to me, the way I look at it, that's almost like it's your GPP work capacity being done, um, but actually in quite a fun way as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, so yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it.
And long term, like street lifting is something I will keep doing for like maybe 10, 15 years, I don't know. But
Okay.
when I'm like 40, 50,
Yep.
I think you may be done with like these kind of sports. You maybe just want to go back to more the endurance type of calisthenics, like the simpler things.
Yeah.
But paddle is also something you can keep doing until you're like 60 plus or something.
No, I get you. I get you. Yeah, yeah.
So,
I mean,
but
I
for
think
me,
I can't accept it because I've just turned 41 and I can't accept it at the moment.
yeah, you wouldn't tell. I didn't know you was 41.
Yeah, maybe I should switch to endurance sports soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's for me, I think if you look long term, or if you look at any type of persons that you want to achieve something, you just need to do something that you do on a like weekly basis that you don't need to think about, like going here, training here, or doing paddle or whatever works for you. If you do something that it's just like you don't think about needing to do it, like it
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
by itself,
yeah,
that's something I think that's the key.
yeah. No, no, I like that. It's like it's not becoming a chore because when it becomes a chore,
Yeah,
you kind of don't want to do it anymore. But
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, all right. And then from there, at what point have you then transitioned into street lifting? I don't know if you became an athlete first and then coach, or like how did that transition happen from the calisthenics into street lifting?
Now, like I was doing calisthenics for almost already 8 or 9 years. Because yeah, almost 4 years ago I started doing street lifting. So
Hmm.
I was doing 8 years of calisthenics,
Wow. Okay.
and I got to a point where I just wanted to improve. That was also the moment where I got the gym, where I was starting with the gym,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, if I want to be a better coach, I should also learn from better coaches for
I like
myself.
it. Hmm.
So Bader from the Netherlands,
Yes. Yeah. I
the
like
big
him.
guy.
Nice guy. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he posted a picture 4 years ago that he started coaching, and I was like, oh, it's maybe interesting to start with him because I was following him. I was like a fanboy. uh, because he was also from Bar Brothers, of course. He trained with Lazar and
Oh,
Ivan,
I did.
etc. Yeah,
Okay. I wasn't aware. Okay.
yeah, they
Interesting.
got
Okay.
YouTube vlogs. So I sent him a message and I was like, real bro, I'm following you a long time. I want to improve. Can you maybe coach me? And he immediately said, bro, you're at a too high level for me to coach you. You should go to Hassan. It's a friend of mine. He
Okay.
coaches high level athletes.
Hmm.
So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's do it. So he sent me Hassan his contact numbers, and we made a call. I never heard from Hassan. It was the first time seeing him,
Okay.
and yeah, he really convinced me because I was a bit skeptical at first. Because if you don't know Hassan, he's one of my best friends these days. But when I first met him, I was really like, okay, that's not what I expected to be my coach. If you compare Badr to Hassan, of course, but
Okay.
I was
Okay.
like, knowledge is more important than looks, of course. Like, don't judge a book by its cover, and that was really
Yeah.
what I wanted to do with Hassan. And yeah, he teach me a lot. He taught me a lot of things here in the gym, how to improve stuff, how to be a better athlete. And then he saw my potential in becoming a street lifting coach,
Okay.
and we became really good friends. And that was also the point where I started doing competition
Hmm.
with Hassan. And then after like 2 years, I stopped coaching with him because we are so good friends now. Like we see each other at a monthly basis. We don't live to like near each other. It's like 2 hour drive. But we have daily contact, and we have become so good friends that the coach relationship and the friend relationship became too like they cross paths too much.
Okay, I get you.
And I really want to be he's like one of my best friends at the moment
Right.
right now, and I want to keep it that way. And I think it's better to then like keep the distance in coaching from each other. Like I'm still
Hmm.
learning from him, but not on
Yep,
a daily basis with coaching.
I get you.
And
Yep.
for me, it was also the point where I could improve and search something new, something to get better at. So I started coaching with two other guys, with Jan and Maas, and
Okay, yeah, yep.
they taught me a lot. They helped me to do the Belgian Championship where I got first.
Nice.
And after that, I lost a bit of the like the interest in competing because I was really busy with becoming a better coach, and I liked coaching more than competing at that point.
Ah, okay, interesting.
So a lot of things happened, but now I'm coaching myself. So I don't have any coach at this point. I'm just coaching myself, experiencing a lot. And coming year, I want to go for the World Championships. Want to qualify, and
So
that's
for
the
next
point.
year, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
next
yeah,
year.
yep, yep.
And I would love to get a coach again, but yeah, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. Probably I will send a message again to Hassan or Jan or something like that. But I'm not
Nice.
really not sure what I want to do. But for now, I want to learn by coaching myself and just to improve as a coach.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that. Interesting. Okay. So I guess while we're on the topic of now kind of getting into sort of coaching and stuff, I kind of want
Yes.
to maybe start right from the beginning. So I'm interested to know as well. It's like in terms of an athlete coming to you, so like a new athlete, what would you say like that kind of initial process looks like in terms of, I don't know, whether it's like assessments, movement analysis or whatever, like what does that kind of process look like with a new athlete for you?
For me, it really depends. Is the person that I'm coaching, is it from online or is it somebody here in the gym?
Ah, okay. So, all right, we'll do both. Let's start off with in person at your gym.
Well, with in person, like it favors me because you can do much more, you see much more. It's way better coaching. So I'm coaching at this point 25 people for a competition,
Nice.
and there are like 15 of them are in this gym. So these people I see on a almost daily basis.
That's good.
Um, so first of all, I start with we call it in Dutch it's called a start meeting. So it means like it's the first session where we start together. Like
Okay.
it's and I want to improve or I want to see everything that he is up to. So like his mobility, his like how's his range of motion in every exercise that we're going to do. Does
Hmm.
he feel any pain? Is there difference in left or right, in the knees, in the ankles, in the shoulders? I want to test his pull up, chin up, wide, small, everything. It's like a long process. Most
Okay.
of the times I'm like 2, 3 hours busy with the first session of
Wow.
these kind of people because it's really important before I start making a schedule. I want to know exactly what are his weak points, what are the strong points, where do we focus on? Is pull better, is chin up better, wider dip, smaller dip, what stance do we need for the squat?
Yep.
Before I start making any schedule, I just want
Yep.
to write down everything. And then after that, I will start making a schedule and we will always start with I call it a foundation block.
Okay.
So it's 8 weeks of quite some higher rep, like more volume, also some type of endurance stuff.
Yep.
Because if you're doing street lifting, in my opinion, that's where you really get to see if people are getting stronger in calisthenics, because that's the original basis that you need.
Yep.
And I think also it's a lot of fun training that way. So you got like these low volume, high weights, and you got also some high reps, high volume, low weights. And then people really start to see the nice things about street lifting, so that it's
Yeah.
not only lifting heavy, it's like improving your overall athletic performance. And once I got these first almost like 2 months, is that the foundation block,
Hmm.
then we can really start, okay, this is what we need to improve you, and this is what we need for a competition.
Okay. So essentially, that kind of gives you a little baseline of, okay, this is where we're at, and then you'll make the decision on how to get to
Yeah.
point B from there.
Yeah. So
Essentially.
like I'm taking like almost 2 months to
Hmm.
learn exactly what somebody needs, to see his weak points. And
Okay.
then the second schedule, it's called the real schedule. I call it phase one.
Yep.
And that's where it really starts.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I think what's nice about this is you're being patient with them, which can be frustrating for the athlete because everyone wants to be strong right now. But the long term sort of
Yeah.
approach is definitely,
Yes. Especially if you're doing competition, then you should not expect to hit like PRs in 2 months.
yeah. No, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Okay. And then I guess how does that differ if the new athlete is online? I'm assuming you
Um,
work with online as well, right?
yes, I
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
almost 10 people at this moment that I'm coaching online.
Nice, 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 nice.
And I'm getting a few new ones that start coming month.
Hmm.
Um, for example, the new guy that I'm working with, that I'm coaching online, he lives like almost 1.5 hours from here.
Okay.
So I first asked him, can you come to the gym just for the first session? So we can do
Yeah.
that. If they can do that, then it's almost the same as I do with people here in the gym.
Okay.
But if they are not able to come here on a like once or twice, maybe a year or something, so it's only online, then I just ask them, okay, send them a big text message with how I want them to film specific exercises, and I want them to
Okay.
perform at a RP 7-8 for
Yep.
3 to 4 reps, something like that.
Okay.
And then with that data, I will try to um, like make a good schedule that's predicted in what they can do. And then
Yep.
I make a shorter schedule for 4 weeks
Hmm.
in order to see, okay, what are they doing in these 4 weeks? What are they improving on? What's good for them? What's not good for them? And then after those 4 weeks, I change it and I try something else. And then we have also do the 2 month like trial in
Yep.
order to see the weak points again. And then they also start with the real schedule.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. And I mean, is there much difference for you if this athlete would be kind of, if we say it's like a novice athlete, as opposed to maybe like a more intermediate and upwards type level athlete? Would there be much difference?
It really depends. Of course, I'm teaching people that were like beginners,
Yep.
but I'm also teaching a new guy who will start next week, and he's like high level.
Yep.
Um, so of course, the high level people are. It depends. Sometimes you can say, yeah, it's a little bit more hyped because they're already at a point where you can achieve something great.
Yep.
But like last month, I learned a girl. She had her first competition, and the week before her competition, she did her real bar muscle up of ring muscle up here.
Hmm.
Um, and that's also a super big achievement. So for me, it depends, but of course, it's easier to start with somebody that's already at a certain level
Yeah.
because there are just only like these tweaks that you need to change. And
True.
with somebody
Yeah.
that's completely new, especially online, it's just harder because you need to do everything. And they even sometimes it's hard for them to make a good video, and then you need to do something with that video.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes I get these videos where there are walking a lot of people in front, or he's
Yeah.
filming himself, and that's only the half of his body is on the video,
Yeah. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
it's this angle where I cannot see anything, and I'm like, yeah, okay. So of course it's not the ideal situation, but I'm trying to push them as much in making good videos because
Yeah.
that's everything I can do. Or we just plan once in the every week or every 2 or 3 weeks. I try to plan when they are training, and then they're just FaceTiming me, and then they're doing their steps while I'm watching. So I can see it live and I can tell them, okay, try this, try that, try something new, because
Yeah.
sometimes it's just harder. But of course, it's also a nice challenge.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. And is there any like, do you have any personal gratification of novice versus the more intermediate to elite athletes in terms of you as a coach? Do you get more out of either, or is it kind of similar for you regardless of what level?
You mean what they pay, or?
No, in terms of like, so coaching a novice and them not being able to do a ring muscle up and suddenly they can able to do it, and how that makes
Yeah,
you feel as a coach compared to
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
a top athlete getting like a crazy number. Is there any difference for you? Like, any preference or kind of
It,
similar?
I think it's kind of similar, but like
Yeah.
a first muscle up is always super special. But it
Yeah.
also depends on how long they have been training, because somebody that starts calisthenics and they can do a muscle up in 2 weeks, it doesn't feel that special than
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
that's been
Yeah.
training for a year.
That's true.
So
That's
it
true.
depends. For example, today there was a girl that I'm training also almost 3 years already, and
Yep.
she finally did her first like bar muscle up, a clean
Oh,
bar
wow.
muscle up,
Okay.
and she's been training so long for it, and today she got it, and I think that's something it's more special to me
Yeah.
than somebody that does maybe a 20 kg muscle up.
Yeah. No, I get
But it
you.
also depends again on the person and how long we've been training. Like if
Yeah.
Lynn, for example, my girlfriend, more my fiance, I need to say,
Yeah.
um, she did her 25 kg muscle up on Worlds,
That's crazy. Yeah.
on the Dutch championship, I mean,
Hmm.
and that was also the first time, so that was also super special.
Yeah. 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 So
So
I
it
guess
really depends.
yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Yeah. So on that topic, for those who aren't aware, your fiance Lynn, so under 70 kilo
World
basic
champion.
world champion, right? As far as I'm aware, highest total in that category
Yes.
currently.
When
Yeah.
she got was on the world. No, it was on the Dutch championship last year.
Yes.
She was in minus 70. She did 301.25. It was the highest total ever until that
Yeah.
date. And then on World, Sarah and the plus 70, she reached the new highest total.
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah.
And now Lynn did the qualification for the DSN at the minus 63, so one cat down.
Yeah, she did. Yes. No, I
And
remember
she
now.
did
Okay.
306.25.
That's crazy.
So
The
yeah,
the 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 fact that she's gone down as well, because often you'll find an athlete go up and then they find more kilos in the squat and maybe the dip.
yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's impressive. So okay, so that's quite an interesting scenario. So are you coaching Lynn as well?
Kinda.
Yep.
Hassan is coaching her primarily because
Yep.
also I'm her boyfriend, I'm her fiance. It's like a too close
Okay.
relationship.
Yep.
She doesn't listen to me as well as she does to Hassan. But of course, I'm watching her. I'm making sure she does her form right. I'm hyping her up.
Ah, okay.
Like Hassan makes his schedule, but
Yep.
I'm of course always here with the trainings. I'm
That
always
makes
helping her.
sense. Okay.
So it's I think it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah. No, I like that. And how do you find that as because obviously she's operating now at a very elite level. Um, how do you find uh in terms of obviously you've got that coach mind, but then obviously she's following something else. Is it sometimes hard for you to want to interject? Can it, I don't know if it.
Yeah, yeah, that's a really good question
Yeah.
because we talked about it a lot. Um, like she has already reached really great titles, so
Yeah. Yeah.
Hassan is doing something really good.
Yeah.
Um,
She
it's
could
not that I'm
retire now.
doubting. Yeah, she could retire, and she
Yeah.
wants the title in the minus 63 also.
Ah, okay, okay.
But like there are some things that I would love to see different in her training style because
Hmm.
I'm thinking she could improve even more.
Okay.
But
Yep.
like I'm never saying something about it because she got the titles, so she's doing good.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think she could have had maybe better, but
Okay.
it's hard to decide that. But for example, I see a lot of improvements in my athletes that are doing more of these kind of endurance trainings, especially when people are new into streetlifting. Like I did
Ah,
streetlifting, but I did 8 years of calisthenics in
yeah,
front of this. So I
yeah,
already got a really good like foundation in calisthenics.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Lynn, for example, she never did calisthenics on a high level basis or anything at all. So
Ah,
I think if she wants to improve, especially in something like her chin ups, but also her depth form,
mm-hmm.
I think she could maybe get way stronger if
Yeah,
there's in a off-season period, like maybe
yeah,
12 weeks or something,
yeah.
and she would fully commit in doing like these high rep endurance kind of trainings. Like not fully, you can always do free lifting. I also do it,
Mm-hmm.
but I really think a lot of people, I also saw it with my athletes, especially Misha, my is also my colleague that works here. I'm also training him.
Mm-hmm.
And when he did he was powerlifter. He never did calisthenics. He had a really hard time doing muscle ups and stuff. And then I
Yeah,
started giving him a endurance schedule. And after the endurance schedule, we went back to fully street lifting.
yeah.
And now he does 20 kg muscle ups. He does 150 dip easily.
Wow,
He does 60 kg pull up. He is improving so much.
that's crazy.
And if you look at the high performance athletes in street lifting,
Yeah,
Baki, Ludo, Pericol, they're all coming from sets and reps.
100%. I always say this as well. The athletes with the very high upper body lifts, they all have that same thing in common. They've come from sets and reps from Cali.
Or statics, yeah.
Yeah, all that, and it also ties in with not necessarily with street lifting, but just strength sports, where we always say the bigger the base, if the bigger the base of say a strength pyramid, the
Yeah,
wider, the higher the
higher
peak.
go.
Yeah, so it's the same concept, right? So essentially, that's what you're doing there by
Yes,
giving them those sets and reps. Like, yeah, I like that. I like that.
exactly. And
It's
then,
nice to see it with other coaches as well who get success from that.
yeah, it's,
Interesting.
for me, it really, I was first, I was like, oh, maybe it was just coincidence with one or two people. But then I started doing it with more people and everybody improved a lot. And
Yeah.
that's, to coming back to your question about Lynn and, like maybe for me, sometimes doubting if she's doing correctly.
Uh-huh.
Um, so yeah, sometimes I think she could maybe improve even more if she would just change some little things like these.
Yeah. No, I get you. So, so in regards to just your athletes in general, then based off of that, would in an ideal world for you to would it be to kind of bounce, say, between blocks, between these more high rep stuff, and then a bit more specific of chasing the 1 RM or or 2, 3 RM, and kind of bouncing back and forth between those? Would that be the ideal route for you?
Yeah, I think so because one thing that I'm also seeing a lot of powerlifters coming to streetlifting
Mm,
is because they really like the different dynamics that you get in streetlifting.
yeah.
Um, because in powerlifting, you're not going to do like 30 reps of benching. But 30 reps of dips, it's fun to do. Like
Yeah.
it's a nice. You can do EMOM sets. You can do ladder set like pyramid sets. You
Yeah.
can do every how's it called like these routines, these endurance routines. But you can also just do like these VPRs, like doing a 50 kg pull up for 10 reps, and you build to
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
there are a lot of dynamics, and I think also for your nerve system, it's really good because you get this crazy pump. You will notice you will get bigger muscles, you will improve in strength, but your nerve system will not get this damage like
Yeah.
from these lower reps.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. No, I like it. I like it. And then what about sort of technique? At what point? Because I'm assuming maybe these sort of periods of where you're pushing your athlete for the more higher rep stuff. Would that be a time of where you're focusing more on technique rather than as opposed to when things are heavy and serious? Like at what point
or is it just an ongoing process?
I think, of course, technique is something you always can improve on and something where you should be focusing on. But I'm not a fan of technique maximizing in order to move as much weight as possible.
Okay.
Of course, that's maybe the point of doing a competition. You want to move as much weight as possible. That's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, if I need to choose between doing a ugly, like just within the like rules dip
Yep.
with 160, or I'm doing 150 with a like more kind of strength type of technique,
Yeah.
I would always prefer the more type of strength, because I think it's better to be consistent if you can rely a little bit more on your strength.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm also thinking it's better for your injury prevention, because I see these people doing like these crazy, for example, with divots, it's a lot, but I also see people doing like bending crazy much with squats, or doing
As in leaning forward with the squat, folding
yeah,
over.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think with the push motions, it's more common, of course, than with the pull motions. Like muscle up, it's really hard. You cannot your technique is the whole point of a muscle up.
Yeah.
It's also strength, but there's way more technique in a muscle
sure.
up that you need to improve on
Yeah.
than, for example, a pull up. Pull up is, I think, the easiest and the safest exercise. You just need to keep your body straight and use the right tension in your core. And you just need to find the right width, or like the timing where you maybe want to throw your chin.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Yeah.
but especially the dip and the squat, I'm like, try first being strong at the raw, like exercise itself. Just, of course, you need to brace. That's something important, because you don't want injuries in your lower back or something. But like, if you want to learn a high level dip, high level squat, I think you should at least do maybe 12 or more weeks of pure raw training, and try to get a little bit more range of motion. And then, of course, when you're coming to the competition, you try to little bit go a little less range of motion, a little bit more technique, and then
Yeah.
improve on it. But I don't like people that are doing these type of competition dips the whole year, or the
Yeah. I get you fully. Yeah.
training equipped the whole year. I also don't like it.
Good man. I like that too. I like
Yeah.
that too. We always say, strong without, stronger with, meaning like the
Exactly.
stronger you get without all that gear, you'll be even stronger when you put it on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally
Yeah.
agree with that. So, sorry, there's something you just came up in my mind as you were saying that. I don't know if this is maybe something more from outside Netherlands, or if it said, because I always hear this saying about the Dutch dip, and it was when. So I'm interested to know your opinion on that, just because of what you were just saying about technique. Because I guess that Dutch dip, we'll call it, is obviously very specific to streetlifting. Works, it's within rules, cool. So I'm assuming from what you just said, if you were using that with an athlete, you'd also want them to train maybe a more traditional style calisthenics dip.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
It's thing. I'm not really proud of Dutch dip, like, and I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean, of course, it's also it's good that the sport's got its own like names and nickname stuff, and
Yeah.
there are a lot of people that achieves really crazy dips with the Dutch dip,
Definitely.
and there are a lot of. I think the hate is too much, because people are talking about, like, you're not pushing at all. It's easy the way you're doing it. I mean, try it. It's really hard.
Yeah, I've tried and it's hard.
It's really hard. But
yeah,
I think if you get the right body type,
yeah,
and if you get the right, yeah, I think especially body type. If you just get the right body type and you can make use of it,
yeah,
and you want to make use of it,
yeah,
then do it if you want it. But I'm not the biggest fan of it.
okay,
I just like a little bit more of showing that I can also push the weight, like,
yeah,
more myself instead of just the technique. But again, you need to be really strong, especially when the weights get really high. Then it's really hard to keep the tension in that crunching part.
Yeah.
But it looks a little bit ridiculous. I see these people dipping, especially when they are doing it for higher reps. That's when I really hate it.
Okay, that's interesting. Yep.
So like for one rep, if you do like 100 kg one rep, usually it still moves a bit, but
Mhm.
I see these people doing like sets and reps, like bag of sets, 80 kg, 6 reps, and the weight is just not moving. Their hips are not really doing anything. It's just
Mhm.
bending, of course.
Yeah.
And that's something I would maybe also recommend for these people, like doing these low rep sets with the Dutch dip form. Like do it. It's good. You can get higher weights.
Yeah.
Then it's perfectly fine. But if you want to get stronger, maybe do these bag of sets or try to do on the secondary or tertiary training days.
Yeah.
Try
Yeah.
to let the weight little bit more down, use a little bit more strength, try to get a little bit more stretch and make these joints and these muscles stronger at the weak part. Because if you lose the tension in the Dutch dip, it's gone.
Yeah. That's so
It's
true.
really
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like your perspective on it. I like it. So what I would like to really get into is kind of like programming and periodization, a bit of that. I guess where I'd like to start, 'cause you've kind of given me some already, but one thing I'd like to speak about is definitely training frequency, but specific to the competition lifts in terms of training muscle up every single day, every session, or training it once a week. So I'd be interested to get your perspective on training frequency for each of the 4 lifts, what you found worked, maybe sweet spots.
Yes. It also really depends on the level of the athlete,
Mm.
compared to a lot of people get pain in the elbows from muscle ups, or they get like these injuries in the
Yeah.
rotator cuff, um, or maybe also their hands are getting too, like the forearms getting too tight.
Yeah.
So for beginners, I would recommend if they're improving, let them improve, do like maybe 3 times a week if they get the room for it.
Yeah.
But if you start to notice that people are like having pains and they are maybe feeling a little bit off, the one day it goes really good and the other 2 days it's not performing well,
Hmm.
then I would really recommend maybe doing only once or twice.
Yeah.
Just because it's really nice for people to have like this, um, um, how is it called? Like to have success in each muscle up session, because
Yeah.
it's a really frustrating exercise. Like
Yes.
a dip or pull up or a squat, even though it can feel heavy, you can push through. But a
Yeah.
muscle up, most of the times it's you either got it or you don't got it.
100%. Yeah.
So I think sweet spot is 2 times per week for most people.
Nice.
But
Okay.
if you're a higher level,
Yeah.
like somebody like us, then I would recommend doing it 3 times a week. But it's more to because my body really needs it. Like I need
Okay.
to have high frequency in
Yeah.
order to feel and keep feeling explosive.
Yeah.
And then I always try to do all the lifts like 3 times a week. So a primary session with just heavy singles, heavy doubles,
Yeah.
and some warm-up sets, and that's it. Um, on a secondary day, I'll recommend doing like these cluster muscle ups or reset muscle ups, as I call it.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just one muscle up, go back in a box. One muscle up, go back in a box. Try
Okay.
to
Yeah.
reset. Try to do the
Yeah.
first rep over and over again. Um, and then maybe one day just high volume, some where you can experience with timing, where you can just put a lot of volume and frequency in it, but like keeping it low with the weights, because it's also better um, for your elbow and your shoulder and everything.
Yeah.
So for example, I'm doing on a Monday, I'm having my primary pull session and I'm doing these reset muscle ups before the pull ups. It's not
Okay.
really
Yep.
heavy, the muscle ups, but it's just, it's like 2 sets, 4 reps, resets.
Hmm.
So 4 singles in a row
Yep.
with little pause only in between. And then
Yep.
after that, I'm doing my pull ups because my muscle ups they warm up my pull-ups really good because it isn't that it doesn't give me much fatigue.
Yeah, you're almost using it as like a potentiation for
Yeah,
the
exactly,
pull-ups.
for
Yeah,
competition. So
yeah,
people doing competition, it's also a good yeah, you can mimic it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Then on Tuesday I have legs, Thursday I have dip, and then on Thursday I have muscle ups, but then primary muscle up, and then I'm doing my secondary squatting.
Okay, okay.
So it's only muscle ups and squats. And
Yep,
then on the Saturday, so today I have a endurance session, and that's where
yep.
I do the high volume.
Okay, okay.
So, but that's how I'm doing it right now. But
Yeah, yeah,
like coming into a competition, I would do kind of the same, but it also depends again on the person if they get fatigued from muscle ups
yeah,
quickly or not. So
yeah,
if they don't got a calisthenics background, I think 2 times a week muscle ups is more than enough.
yeah. No, I get you. And those, let's just say with that example, those 2 times, only one of them is you're
Primary
pushing
session.
harder. Yeah, it's that primary one where
Yeah.
you're pushing more. Okay. So I guess that secondary one, or if you are doing free, the third one, you can probably focus a bit more on the technique aspect and the fine tune parts, right? Is
Yeah.
what? Yeah,
Yeah. Like you
yeah.
see a lot of people that are not keeping the leg straight or the timing is a bit off
Mm, mm, mm.
or they would do the muscle up and they come on the bar like this and not like curled up. I'm always calling it shrimp muscle ups. So
Yep,
try to do a
yep,
muscle up really close to the bar. Try to almost go around
yeah.
and then focus on that part because that's where I think if you're struggling for like a hard muscle up, that's the point where you can either make it or fail it.
Yeah.
And if you learn to really push yourself over the bar, with you don't even have to push out, but
Mm,
just curling, like doing these shrimp muscle ups, that's something I'm really focusing on in the weeks before the competition.
interesting. Okay. No, I like that. Okay. Um, so did you just say all four comp lifts generally, or at least in this scenario, that there probably will be free exposures to them each week?
Yes, depends on,
Obviously,
of course, if the person can train 5 times a
if
week.
yeah, okay, okay. Oh, and that'd be based on 5 days a week. Is that your normal sort of if you had the for you the perfect amount of days training versus rest, would you kind of opt for around 5? If I said
Yes.
I can train whatever you tell me to train.
Yeah, five
Yeah,
days is a sweet spot for me.
sweet spot. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And then those other 2 days, are we looking at complete rest, active, like some kind of GPP recovery? I don't know.
Yeah, of course, I always recommend doing at least walking on those rest days.
Nice. Okay.
Uh, but playing paddle can be, of course, or just going
Yeah.
for like a maybe a easy run or cycling. It depends on the person what they like to do. Swimming is also really good.
Yeah.
But I'm not really pushing anything to do specifically on a rest day. Like if you want to have a chill day and you just want to lay in bed all day, yeah, like be my guest. But I always recommend people try to be at least a little bit active on your
Yeah.
rest day. Just only a walk is already fine.
No, I get it. I get it. And then in these sessions, obviously, I'm a big believer in like context is key. So it depends on the context. So this is maybe a bit more generalized, but in that say example of training block, uh, how hard would you be getting athletes to go on say the primary ones in terms of, is it a case of if they can go for it every week and recover, or would you kind of control, like, I don't know, whether it's reps in reserve or RPE, like how would that kind of
Um,
look?
Also depends, of course, is it in front of the competition or is it like now in an off period?
So if
In
we
an
go
off
with the off
period,
period, yeah, go on. Yeah.
yeah, in an off period, I'm giving only RPEs for accessories.
Yep.
So, for example, if people need to do a hack squat, I just
Yep.
say go 2 sets, 6 to 8 reps, RP9, just
Yep.
pushing hard in the off
Nice.
season. But now, for example, in the off season, I'm giving the kilos for each primary exercise. So
Okay.
for the
Yep.
muscle up, pull up dip, I'm telling them what they need to do.
Gotcha. Okay.
And sometimes it's reps in reserve. For
Yep.
example, on the endurance day, I'm saying like, okay, you need to do 50 kg dips, and you need to just go until you get 2 reps in the tank. But that's only for those kind of exercises. But in general, um, I'm just giving them the exercises for a couple of weeks with certain amount of kilos. We're
Yep.
building up 4 weeks. Like
Yep.
week 1 is easy, week 4 is the first peak period, and week 5 we go back to a deload, and then we
Okay.
repeat it. But and then they just go for it. Like if it really feels heavy, then
Mhm.
I'm saying like just do the same weight but do less reps.
Okay.
But just try to go for it. It doesn't matter if you fail in the off period. I want you to like give your body now the potential to try and go for these higher RPs
Mhm.
and just see where your weak parts are. Because if you go for these RP9, maybe sometimes RP10 lifts, I want to avoid it at all costs, but sometimes it just happens. You can really see, okay, why did it go wrong? Was it something we could improve on? Was it something that you could have done better, or is it something just you had a bad day? Um, but in general, I want the primary lifts, so the main focus. I always, when I make the schedule, I want to make it that I know that they will finish the schedule without failing.
Okay. Okay.
But it's 9 out of 10 times I'm guessing it right. So I make a schedule for these 4 weeks, and for example, saying to somebody, okay, you start at 50 kg, 4 reps pull-ups,
Mhm.
and you need to end at 65 kg in week 4. And I
Okay.
know that they can make it. Like
Yep.
it can be maybe hard, like maybe RP 8 or 9.
Yep.
But I know they can make it. But sometimes they have a bad day on the week 4, or something happens. I don't know.
Yep.
And they don't make it. And then it's a learning process.
Yep.
But in a competition period, so let's say it's the last 12 weeks before a competition, then
Mhm.
we're really training only on RP
Okay.
because I
Okay.
don't want them to go higher than RP8.
Gotcha. Was that an 8?
Yeah,
Yeah.
RP8
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the
Yep.
highest I would
Yep.
recommend people going uh, before comp.
Yep.
There's nothing good about going RP9 in your primary lifts, especially when the weight or when the reps are really low,
Yep. Yep.
because
Yep.
it will only fatigue your nerve system, and it will. I also think it will not give you the best confidence. Like if you train everything the weeks before competition and you can do everything at RP8 or lower, you feel confident. You know the weights are moving, and it will really improve in feeling fit on the competition.
Yeah. No. No. I get that. So really, I guess for you, it's more you'll get this is close to comp. You're getting them to push, but not kill themselves and kind of save it for the platform, essentially.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, exactly. That's what we
Yeah.
did with Lynn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lynn didn't
It's
touch
worked.
any high weights before, and I also did it with the DSN where I was coaching 20 people at one comp. Yeah, it was really hard for me that comp. But with all my athletes, never let them do anything higher than RP8, maybe 8.5. And everybody, like all my athletes, peaked so well on comp.
Nice.
Everybody hit. I got 4 people first place,
Wow.
8 people on the podium,
Yeah.
and all the weights that they did, they have never done here in training. So
Yeah.
it's like a choice you need to make, because some people like to have done the weight before
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
it on comp,
Yeah.
because you never touch the weight. So I can understand it, but
Yeah.
most of the times I see people doing, especially in the like last peaking block, they are hitting PRs in our trainings and they will not hit it on comp.
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah. No, I like it. I like it. And I mean, like you said, it's working. So
Yeah,
why would you change it?
yeah, exactly.
There was something you said where I was interested. So in regards to like, if you were given like, I want you to hit this weight for this week and so forth, how would you come up with that? Would that be based on previous data, percentages? Like, how are you coming up with that kind of targets?
Usually because I'm doing calisthenics now for like training and seeing people train for almost 12 years now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see a lift and I'm like, okay, you can do this.
Okay.
It's just, and 9 of the 10 times I'm correct in guessing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just, I think the coaching mind, like seeing so many people, training so many people, seeing so many lifts, predicting already, like things that are happening also with other people that I'm not coaching, but just like, okay, um, if I'm not watching a comp, I'm always looking at, okay, they have done this, and then
Yeah.
I'm writing down, if I was his coach, I would have done this, and then I'm keep watching what they're doing,
Yeah.
and then seeing if I was correct or not, and that's also something I really learned from. And yeah, I think it's just, I don't know, you can see it if somebody is pulling,
Yeah.
for example, you can see on the strength curve, like, and
Yeah.
the speed of the rep,
100%. That's it.
you already see like, okay, this is the amount of weight you need to add.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm always my cheat code, as you call it.
Yeah.
It depends on what you like, but I always, with the 3 attempts, open up safely,
Yeah.
like something just to get confident.
Mm-hmm.
The second rep, go just a little bit under your current PR.
Yeah.
Because your nerve system gets mostly like triggered, or not damaged, but it gets tired once it has reached something it never reached before.
Yeah.
So when you do your PR or a little bit more than your PR on your second attempt, then your third attempt, most of the times, depends on the person, but most of the times they get a lot of fatigue and it's hard to get the third attempt. And I'm
Yeah.
always aiming for a third attempt, and that's where I want to hit the PR.
Okay.
So first safe, second just below PR, and then third above it.
Yeah. I like that. There's something you just said, which I love. And I don't know. I think it's really important for those listening. And it's something my colleague, Tom Hibbert, who I work with, and we always say, like, once you can understand strength from a perspective of velocity and how fast the bar moves or how fast your body moves, that's when then you, like, I almost refer to it as then you can
Yeah,
start seeing stuff the way, remember when Neo first realized he was the one in the Matrix?
yeah,
That's then you can
yeah,
start seeing, and you
exactly.
kind of know, like, I know how much they can go up, or there's nothing left, they need to stop. And I think that's probably, you've watched so many reps over and over and over, you start to get the eye, and you just know.
Yeah, it's really crazy. It's like you're a machine, like
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
computer, and you can, and it's really nice because there was this guy on a competition. Uh, he now got coaching from me, but on the competition he didn't have coaching from me,
Okay.
and he did his first rep was easy.
Yep.
So it went up quickly.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Second rep, it also went up quickly. And it was a little bit below his PR. And
Okay.
then they wanted to add 10 kg on the second, from the second to the third attempt. And I saw the rep and I said to them, 10 kg is too much. You should do 7.5. I said,
Okay.
he never touched that weight before. Especially with pull-ups, you see a lot of people that go fast and then it's gone.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
told him, I said, you should do 7.5. It's a way better choice. And because he will hit his PR anyway
Yep.
with the 7.5.
Yep.
And I think it's just smart. So they choose the 7.5 instead of the 10. He
Mm-hmm.
did the rep and he managed to hit the rep like this. Like this, and then bam, and he made it like RP11. And then he came to me, he was like, bro, how did you know? I said, I just know.
Yeah, yeah. No, I like
I
that.
just,
I
yeah,
like
you
that.
can see it.
Yeah, and that's, I think that, for me, that is what makes one reason to why what makes a really great coach. Regardless of all the exercises, and all these crazy periodization models and stuff, it's like, if you've got the eye to understand velocity and how things move and stuff,
Yeah,
that makes, like, yeah, such a great coach,
yeah,
especially on comp day when you've got to make those decisions like that there. Um,
yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah,
I like it. I
thank you.
like it. Um, so, uh, you mentioned accessories earlier. So, based on that, I assume you program accessories, right?
Yes, of course.
because I know there is some people who don't use them. It's just comp lift only, which is cool. Some that do. I guess in terms of like assistance work, give me like a general idea of like what you're programming, I guess, for you can go through lists individually. I don't mind, like however you want to drop it.
Um, I personally think that like people are doing, especially when you see people doing kind of ways to get stronger or more muscle. They're like, okay, if you do it like this, you will target the muscle better, you will reach more, blah, 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 blah.
Mm,
I'm not like that science guy that's doing optimal optimization,
okay.
100% perfect form.
Yep.
I'm more like the same as in your normal lifts.
Yep.
Your form doesn't have to be like perfect, but if you can just push through it with your strength,
Mm-hmm.
that's what will make you stronger. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, you don't need to do you must not do an exercise that's can cause injuries, but I'm more like if you want to do some bicep curls
Yep.
really hard and
Yep.
the last maybe 3 reps are ugly and you're bending a little bit, it doesn't matter
Okay.
because the muscle is still working
Mm-hmm.
and you're still improving on it. Um, so yeah, I'm more of a fan with accessories that people can do something that they really like. So there's for me, you scientifically, there's maybe an exercise that's the best for dips, just saying. But if the person doesn't like that exercise as much as another exercise
Mm-hmm.
that's he loves doing way more,
Yep.
then I would always prefer letting my client or myself
Yep.
do the exercise I really enjoy doing. Because if I enjoy the exercise, I put so much more effort in it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
can reach way more potential in it.
Mm.
So for me, for example, I really love the pendulum squat.
Oh, nice. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I re- I really love it. I like it way more than I did my hack squat, for example.
Yeah.
So I switched and I should just start doing heavy pendulum squats or quad focus pendulum squats.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm enjoying it so much and I'm putting so much effort in it. I'm going like all RP10 in it. I just want to improve. I'm enjoying it. And
Yep.
with the hack squat I had, I was doing the reps was never like real RP10. You
No,
know
I
what I
get.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like because I didn't like it.
Yeah. No. No. I definitely agree with that. If you enjoy it, you're gonna push it. Um, if you were in a situation though, and this is hypothetically, let's just say we had proven that the hack squat had way more better transfer to quad strength for your squat as opposed to the
Mhm.
pendulum, would you then still be like, look, I know you don't like this one, but we need to push it a bit because it's going to transfer? Or would you still be like, look, they don't like it, it's pointless, even if it's a better movement? Like, how would you approach that situation if you know it's going to transfer really well?
If I know it's gonna help. So for example, I know a person that I'm coaching, he really needs the hack squat because
Yeah.
that's his weak part.
Yeah.
I would just say let's do 2 hard sets, 6 to 8
Okay.
reps. So low reps,
Yeah.
hard,
Yeah.
pushing it.
Yeah.
And I want to really see that it's a RP that I want to see. So I want
Okay.
to be able to, so I don't want them to skip the exercise filming. So for when I'm coaching, I'm not letting them film every exercise, of course. So I don't have
Okay.
to see every exercise. Maybe in the beginning, if they have doubts about it, and they
Mm-hmm.
can send me anything what they want.
Yeah.
But if I know something is really good for them, so for example, a lot of times it can be RDL, deadlift, or hack squat, or it can be kind of a bench press, maybe, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Then I really want to see the video and I really want to, like, that I can say, okay, this was the right RP that I wanted to see,
Okay.
and only 2 sets.
Yep. Okay. No, 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 I get that. I
Then
get
it's
that.
doable.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Like,
for sure. For sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Two sets on paper versus 5 sets for me, I'd be like, okay, I can deal with two. I can deal with two. We can
yeah,
get through this. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And then just like 6 to 8 reps, just push it heavy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
this is-
No, I like it. Any specific movements? It's not movements. Accessories that you've had great success specifically for the muscle up, and this can be. Maybe it's different for you, ring versus bar. But is there anything you've seen that's helped improve like potential in the muscle up?
I think a lot of people are forgetting that muscle up is a lot of tricep. And I don't mean like the pushing part, but I mean this part.
Yeah.
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 Like
Yeah.
from here, from this part to getting into the bar, this motion is a lot of long-headed tricep. So people are really sleeping on that one. They are only pulling.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of people that coming on the bar and they cannot push themselves through.
Yeah.
So for me, like using a little bit closer grip, a little bit over grip.
Yeah.
Also forearms need to be rock solid.
Yeah.
So for me, my forearms are really strong because of the calisthenics all these years.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they got really weak forearms, and they're doing tricep only like this, but they're not training him in this position. So what I'm usually doing is I'm using a bench.
Yep.
Something I can lean into. I grab the like a lat pull down bar, and I pull it from here, and then I push it from my body away, and I get the full stretch.
Okay.
For me, it really helped a lot because this was my weak part also in the muscle up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like a big bend hollow back.
Yeah.
I just grab the bar, put it like this, full stretch. So the bar is a little bit behind me, and then I push away from my body.
And you're performing a tricep extension from that position, yeah?
Yeah, because that's the point where you're also pushing in the muscle up.
Yeah.
And it really helped me a lot. It's also way harder than normal tricep extension because you're fully like locked in.
Yeah.
You cannot use your core because you're making the hollow back. A lot of people doing tricep and they're pushing really with their abs.
Yeah.
So for me, this one really helps. And yeah, using a good overgrip, so making your forearms really strong.
What is that during this tricep movement, or just generally speaking?
No. That's another exercise. Like just doing forearm curls or just doing one arm overgrip hangs.
Nice.
It's something I do with people.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people they cannot hang on one arm for 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
that's true. Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, that's something. Yeah.
I guess you're limited to pushing that movement super heavy because it would probably pull you up in the air, right?
Yeah.
So is that more of a higher rep kind of accessory for you?
You mean with the
that one? Yeah,
with the tricep.
Yeah.
I can do it quite heavy. I think you can also maybe use if it really pulls you up, but then you got really strong triceps. But you can also maybe put like a how's it called? Like a pad on your legs, or maybe just a 25 kg plate.
Yeah, okay.
In order to make yourself heavier.
Yeah.
But I never got the struggles that it lifts me up.
Okay. No, I like it.
But at this position, it's way harder than a normal tricep extension.
Yeah.
So maybe if the people are watching, try it. Just tag me in the video.
I'm gonna go try. I haven't ever done that, so I'm gonna go try that. I'm gonna try.
I will show you exactly how I set it up.
Yeah.
But it's really nice.
Have you found that also transfers to the ring? Any success with the ring, or is that more specific to the bar for you?
I think it's really good for both, but for the rings, it's what I try to do with most people is just getting this part here. It's also the same, but then I'm using a normal grips.
Yeah.
So I'm using these two handles, just normal handles, and letting people give them the false grip.
Yeah. Okay.
And then doing just a tricep push down, but only half reps. So only in the stretch position.
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah.
And if they train here in my gym, I always do half ring muscle ups assisted. So I'm just pushing them, but I'm only pushing them where they need it. So
when you say half, is that just in this bit here?
Yeah. So from the point, so you pull, and then from here where you need to transition into the ring, because that's the hardest part. There are some people that get good mobility, they will learn it way quicker than people with bad mobility. And people with bad mobility really need to train that part.
Yeah. No, I agree. So I'll program a lot transition only. So it sounds similar to what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Where,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, just getting used to it because your
yeah,
elbows will get hurt a lot.
yeah.
So if you do it with the cable machine, for example, you can
Mm,
do the exact same motion but with way less load, so it's
makes
easier
sense.
for your elbows.
Yeah, no, I like that too. All right, and then I guess pull up, chin up. Any accessories that you like that
Um,
helped with those?
if somebody's doing chin-ups, I always recommend them doing pull-ups at least once a week as a accessory
Nice. Okay.
because of the involvement of your scapula and your um just like using your back muscles more by flaring out your elbows.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and then if you're doing pull-ups, let's say somebody's doing chin-ups, always try to do the pull-ups like a little bit wider and really focus on pulling your elbows up. So because some people are doing it like this, and then it's
Yeah,
more like a chin-up.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So really focus on using the like vertical pulling session at least once a week.
yeah.
Um, and of course, some people, it depends on where are they strong at. Are they really weak at the bottom? So do they got struggles in getting through this and then they go fast? Or are they really
Okay.
fast here and struggling at the end? Same goes
Mm,
for the chin up, and then that's where I'm training them. So if they got a little bit or if they got struggles with closing the rings,
mm-hmm.
the bar, if they got then I'm training a lot of these like really deep isolated bicep curls and a lot of
Okay.
lock chin ups,
Yep,
lock pull ups,
yep. When
and
you say
then
locked, is that as in like a just an isometric hold, or as in pull, hold for X amount of time, back down? Is
yes, the last one.
okay, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Or sometimes like tent pull ups or chin ups. So
Nice.
they start from a 90-degree angle,
Yeah,
something like this, and then they just pulling, hold it, and just go back down on the ground again.
big fan of those. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, no, I like that. I guess dips. Any accessories you found great success with those?
Just doing good range of motion dips is, I think, one of the best things you can do for the dip in specific.
Nice. Yeah.
Um, for me, what also improved many people's dip is when they are doing the dips, especially weighted dips. I always see them squeezing the plates too much in front of the plates. So if you, for
Okay.
example, if you got the weights,
Yep.
they're holding the legs here. I always recommend try to be this like this in the dip, not straight up, but try
Yep.
to put your feet at the almost at the end of the weight plate. So only grabbing it with your toes,
Okay, I'm with you. Yep. 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 Yep.
and then you're like a little bit leaning forward, a
Yep.
little bit Michael Jackson style. um, because if you're in that position,
Mm-hmm.
your elbow only needs to go down and up instead of doing this. If your
Okay.
elbows goes back, that was one of my biggest issues with heavy dips, is that when I went down, is my elbow went pretty far back, and it
Okay.
makes it way harder because you need more range of motion in order to hit the depth.
Yeah.
But also it's harder because you need to push way more from your triceps.
Exactly. Yeah. So essentially, you want them
Leaning.
to keep the joints stacked, as
Yeah,
opposed. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I like that.
And also depends again, is it high level performance athlete or not? But somebody that's new, I
Mm-hmm.
recommend let them do something like neutral grip push-ups or dumbbell presses because it's almost the same motion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more specific. Um, benching, I started doing it since like 4 years or something in my new schedule that I made for the
Okay.
first time ever. It's not that I'm really feeling any big improvements so far, but I think if you love doing it again, then do it because it's a fun exercise, and
Yeah.
I think it can people help getting stronger. Um, but yeah, just like for me, it's just for dips, just one or twice a pushing accessory, maybe one fly accessory, and
Nice.
just two tricep accessories, and that's
Yeah.
more than enough.
No, I like it.
And then yeah, I guess lastly on these, the squat, the controversial lift in street lifting.
Yeah, yeah. So squats is something I only started doing 4 years ago when I started with my gym.
Okay.
I also finally started doing leg days. I always skip leg days because I did planche, front lever, dynamics. So I didn't want to have heavy legs, and I
Hmm.
really hated it that I started this late with leg days because it's now my favorite lift. It's my strongest lift
Ah,
also.
interesting. Okay.
So
Sorry, have you found any uh negative effects to your upper body lift since introducing? No. So you've managed
only got stronger, bigger.
good, nice,
Like
nice.
leg day, if there's one exercise I could do the rest of my life, it was squats, like
Oh
big
well,
barbell squats.
nice. Oh nice.
Because I think it's most important. It keeps your upper back strong. It keeps your lower back, your core, your muscles that you need to use, your legs every day. Your mobility needs to work.
Yep,
A good mobility also with your shoulders. So you're using everything. It's the most complete exercise in my opinion.
nice.
So yeah, but for me, I think squats also improving a lot on your mobility is maybe the biggest accessory.
Okay.
Because if you got good mobility and you feel confident in the squat, it will help a lot. Of course, there are these big guys that are not, they don't have any mobility at all, and they're doing 300 kg squats. But
Yeah.
always when I'm seeing them, I'm always kind of afraid or something, like the way it looks.
Yeah, yeah,
I really enjoy seeing somebody doing a nice, good squat, good form,
yeah,
good depth. So I think especially if you're new, please just focus on doing a lot of squats.
yeah,
Just don't rely too much on leg press or hack squat.
yeah,
Just do a lot of squats, get used to the position. It's a dangerous exercise. It's also maybe the only exercise I'm really like afraid of when I need to do something really heavy
yeah.
because
Okay.
you're under the bar.
Yeah.
Um, I mean afraid in a good way, of course. It's always the exercise that gets me on my nerves the most. Um, But yeah, just doing like once or twice a heavy accessory like a pendulum or hex squat, 2 sets is more than enough. At least doing once or twice the single leg exercise like split squats or single leg press,
Hmm. Nice.
and
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course your glutes and your hamstrings just need at least 2 exercises in order to get stronger. But not something specifically where I'm like you should specifically only do that exercise.
yeah.
Just making them strong. Make sure you use good stretch. Make sure you use good range of motion. Is way more important than I think the exercises that you choose.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like that. And do you have any preference on, do you push people towards like low bar as opposed to like a more high bar weightlifting stuff? Like do you push them if they're going down the street lifting route? Because we tend to see the low bar being the the predominant squat
Yeah,
used.
yeah.
And
Low bars, of course, you're
yeah,
stronger, way stronger in low bar. There
yeah,
are
yeah.
not many people I know of that are stronger in high bar.
No.
So yes, of course, I try to focus on low bar twice a week. So one primary session, one like tempo pause kind of session.
Yeah.
Um, and then if I got the room for it. So some people like I'm doing 3 times squats every week. So
Yeah.
on my tertiary day, so today after my endurance sets, I also do some high bar squats just to finish it off.
Ah, interesting. Okay. So you do incorporate the high, if I guess it depends on how much training time you have, right? If you can fit it in.
Yes, of course,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. No, I like that.
But I
Okay.
really, I really like the high bar squats because of I really like to go like super deep.
Mm,
Um, Try to stand upright and then
yeah,
just keep pushing. And I want to focus on keeping my bar pad super straight.
yeah.
But that's more like a stability and core thing, like a total body control. And it really, when I'm doing high bar squats, um, it's it's like it really gives my body a preparation for my next session. That's a primary squat session,
Yeah.
and I always feel really, yeah, it makes me feel really strong. on
Yeah.
the primary day. So it's
Yeah.
like a preload session, as I call it.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like that. I like that. So, competition. I guess the fun part that everyone is basically training for, right? Or at least if you're a competitive athlete. So, do you have like an ideal amount of time you would have for, say, the peak and block for the competition?
Then I would say between 12 to 16 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, nice. And then,
So
yeah, go on.
12 to 16 weeks, and
Mhm.
then in a wave block of 4 weeks every time.
Yeah.
So for example, I would let's say you have 12 weeks. I always like doing 4 weeks of triples in the primary session.
Okay.
So one triple in pull up, one triple in dip, one triple in squat as a primary top set. And muscle ups, I'm not doing more than 1 or 2 reps on a primary session,
Okay.
because I think it's for muscle ups, it's just better to focus on that one,
Mhm.
and then just do more reps on the secondary day.
Yep.
But so the first 4 weeks, I would recommend doing a top set triple, and then just some 4 reps back off sets, like 2 or 3 sets, and doing that for 4 weeks, building the weights up or the RPE,
Is this
and
so
then
each week that weight's basically getting heavier for those triples?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And depending on, because then we're doing it on RPE basis. So they send me the videos of their triples and the back offs, and then I'm recommending giving them a range in the
Yep.
second week where they can choose from.
Yep.
So for example, somebody does a 50 kg pull up for 3 reps at an RPE 6. I let them do it the next week, 57.25 for 3 reps again. And then based on the speed of the second week, then I give them like, okay, next week you're gonna do 57.25 or 61.25 or something in between,
Okay.
depending on how the warm up feels.
Yep.
And then I give them a maximum RPE of, let's say, 7.5.
Okay.
And if they feel that the weight, the rep is going too heavy, so I'm always making sure that they understand this. So they need to do 3 reps, and the second rep is already feeling too heavy. Just quit. Just don't do it. The third rep, you will only get more damage. You'll only
Yep.
get more fatigue in your central nervous system. Just like accept it, and the next block we will recover.
Okay. That makes sense.
So and then the second block, so the 4 weeks. So these first weeks are done. Then the second 4 weeks, we start lower, a little bit higher than the first week, from the 12 weeks. So the
Okay.
fifth week is a little bit higher than the first week, but
Yep.
then we're going to do doubles in the primary sessions.
Makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
And the last 4 weeks is the same, but then singles.
Singles. And that final heavy week, you're
It's
still
competition.
holding them back. Oh, sorry. Okay, the week before that, then you're holding them back, trying not to push past an 8 RPE.
Yes. Yeah. So
Makes sense.
so you got like this week 4 is like a peak
Yep.
in triples.
Yep.
Week 8 is a peak in doubles.
Yep.
And week 12 is competition.
Yeah.
In singles,
Okay.
peak in
No,
competition.
I get exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Because if you do a peak before also in these in the singles,
Mhm.
and you want to peak again in singles on the competition, that's
It's tough.
where most of the people's they messed up. That's why I usually let them peak only on competition with the singles.
Yeah.
And then with the doubles, the peaking that they reach in week 2, in week 8.
Yep.
So that's something I write down, because the lifts they will make in week 8 in the doubles, so the weights they can do for 2 reps,
Mhm.
that's usually the second attempt on the competition.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. It's a good system. Yeah. And it makes sense that you're also making sure they save that peak for when it counts, right? Not in the gym.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I like it. And then, so that's kind of like how this kind of peaking for you kind of generally looks. When it gets to the competition itself, in terms of warm-ups, like how does that look? Are you, because like I know there's a lot of people who make quite big jumps. Some people make small jumps. Like where's your views on how you're warming them up backstage for competition?
I always tell them also with everything, not only the warm up in the exercise, but also just the general warm up and also even the things that they eat. I always tell just do the same as you do every week. Don't change things. Don't go do something that we never do. Just do exactly the same. Write it down.
Yeah.
I always tell them the week before competition, just try to write down or to mimic like you're here, like you're doing the exercise you always do.
Yeah.
Because why would you do something different on the comp day than you would do anything else?
Exactly.
So yeah, and then it depends a bit on how they're feeling. So in the warm up, I can see already in the way that the speed of the reps, the way they're doing it, I can already see, okay, this is the plan that we're going for. But I also made my own app. It's a small app where I can put plan A, plan B, plan C,
Nice.
and then we
Okay.
fill it in already in front. So we
Yep.
got these three scenarios where
Yep.
we're going for.
Yep.
And we got a second or fourth scenario, and it's the actual scenario. So during the competition, I'm filling that one in,
Okay.
and I can see, okay, which plan are we following, and what's the current status?
Mm-hmm.
And then based on if they have a competitor or not, sometimes they're just competing for themselves, and then um, you don't want to hit like these crazy risk. It depends on what the people want to achieve. Because if somebody is like afraid of failing, you want to give them more success. So you want to go a little bit more safe. So I'm choosing more like a plan A or B kind of plan. But some people like to go radical. They just like to go, okay, fuck it. I wanna try to get a new PR. I want to
Yep.
try to go crazy. Um, and if I'm checking with them, like, are they okay with that?
Okay.
Then we're going for plan C, of course.
Yeah.
Um, And sometimes if we have a battle, so it depends on like maybe a podium place or something,
Mm.
then I also got the option in my app to fill in the stats of the opponent.
Okay.
And then I can see in which plan he's going to beat him or not.
Oh, I like that. Okay. Yeah. I like that.
So it's a really nice way of like you can of course look in the final rep app, but I don't like it that much. It's not like super you cannot really easily compare everything. And
No, I
with
get
my
you.
app, you just fill in the people that you want to see,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
based on what you need to achieve, I'm going to put on the weight or not. Sometimes it's a big risk, and they need to do more than we planned. But if they make it, they can maybe get a podium place.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that. I like that. What about nutrition on the day? Do you get much involvement with that with your athletes? Like in
Yeah, I got
terms
a lot
of
of
competition?
questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot. It's actually the same with the warm up. Just don't do anything different you normally also wouldn't do.
Yeah.
But it also depends on if the person needed to do like a big cut or not. Then
Uh,
of course, if they needed to lose a lot of weight, then I'm constantly saying, just sip, keep drinking, keep
yeah.
drinking. Okay, just a little bit,
Yeah.
not much, but keep sipping, because I don't want any cramps.
Yeah.
Um, but that's the only thing actually. Like, I'm not telling them what to eat. I'm more like, if I would eat something, I would maybe recommend just something like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a big eater on comp day either. I
Okay.
just eat. I'm doing the pull up and muscle up usually on an empty stomach.
Okay. Yep.
So I really like it. I haven't eaten today also, so still need to eat today. I just really like fasting in the morning and sometimes the whole day.
Yep.
But that's something I personally really like.
Hmm.
I don't really need it, but when I'm doing the dips and the squats, I recommend just get something that goes quickly into your body. like a banana or some rice cake with some jam, or maybe even some sweets. Just
Nice.
something that goes really quickly into your body, or just drinking like Frida from Norway.
Okay.
She said you need to drink pineapple juice. Not pineapple, no, pickle juice.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah. And so I tried it. I had
Yeah.
cramps before, and it really helped.
Oh, good. Well, if it
So,
works. Yeah, yeah.
but that's just something. Yeah, it's not something specifically. I'm just like, don't go do something that's complicated. Just keep it easy, keep it simple. Make sure your
Yeah.
body can handle it easily.
Yeah.
Drink a
No,
lot, drink enough. Um, yeah, and that's it actually.
no, I like it. I like it. You said about like obviously if the athlete had to cut, um, is that something you try to avoid with your athletes, or is it, in terms of big cuts, small cuts, try not to cut, with it only being two
Um,
hours as well?
yeah, especially when they change the rules. But I'm like, I want the alley to be in the peaking block, like during maybe at least the last 4 weeks. I want them to be around the weight they need to be. I don't
Okay.
want them to lose weight 2 days before the competition,
Right.
because it will only cost you strength. It will only give you stress.
Yeah.
It's not fun. I don't think it's nice to do. Like there are all these people that are losing like 2 kg on the day itself. I would
Mm,
really like, it would be a nightmare for me if I need to do that.
yeah.
So I also think it's way easier to indicate someone's strength if they're already at the body weight they are also at the competition.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes
But some
sense.
people like the risk and they like to go crazy with the weight cut. And then yeah, if you like it, just do it. But I'm not a fan of it.
No, 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 no. No, I get that. What's your views on, because obviously, like you just said, it never used to be, this is obviously specific to final rep, it never used to be 2 hour weigh-in, right? So a fan of it changing, not really bothered, prefer how it was before.
I think it's better for the sport because there are these people that, for example, there were girls on the minus 57, and
Hmm.
then like the day before they do the weigh-in, and the day after they're like 61 kg.
Right, okay. Yeah, yeah.
They add like 2 or 3 kgs. It's crazy. But also with the men, there are
Yeah.
people that want to avoid a specific weight category, and
Right.
then they eat so much and they bulk back up. I never tried it myself, so I cannot tell how it feels. So
Hmm.
I never tried it. So but I think in general, to make it more fair for every um category, it's better that they've done the 2 hours before.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, no, I get you. I get you. Um, so I guess where I'd like to go now is a bit more maybe the future of the sport, especially where it's like a crazy young sport, right? It's not really been around too long. Um,
Yeah, it's
so
really young.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like obviously, you mentioned obviously you got your gym, um, and you're obviously training streetlifting athletes in there. Um, it's not something that's much around, right? There's not many gyms that actually specialize and have the kit. Like most athletes I have, they're having to train in commercial gyms. So it's like none of the kit replicates what they're going to have on comp. Maybe a squat rack, maybe. Um, so yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on the future of the sport? I mean, do we need more gyms? Like, how do you see all that?
Um, I think you slowly start to see, at least here in the Netherlands, that more gyms are getting these more advanced um, like dip stations. It doesn't have
Mm,
to be like a Supreme Force one, but you already see like Strength Shop has now like a really nice one. You can put in
yeah,
a rack, you can adjust.
I like that one. It's cool.
Um,
Mm,
yeah, so I think more. It's also now getting more like doable for gyms
yeah.
to be able to pay something like that, because I got the streetlifting rack right here, the Supreme Force, the whole station.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's like it's a lot of money. So it's maybe too much, and it's also, I think, too hard to use for a commercial gym. It's easier if you just get a separate dip bar, separate pull-up bar, some
Mm.
squat rack. And yeah, of course, a muscle bar, but like a pull-up bar, muscle bar, it's something most gyms have. Like only maybe Basic Fit has like these shitty bars with the rubber,
Okay. Yeah. 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 Yep.
but most gyms got like at least one decent bar. And a squat rack is also something you start to see way more
Yeah.
because more and more people are doing powerlifting or CrossFit, and they also need these squat racks. So only the dip bar is the biggest issue, I think, for most gyms.
Yeah.
But I think it's just something we need to be patient in, and we just need to promote these brands that are producing the bars.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
if you're in a gym, you just and maybe you have like a small community in a commercial gym, and you can say to the owner of the commercial gym, like, hey, we really would love to get this dip bar. Is there maybe something we can arrange? And they make a little like funding in the
Yeah.
gym, or
Yeah.
just if you're with a group of 10 people, I don't know how expensive these dip bars are, but normally they're usually getting more and more doable with the pricing. So if you can, like, for example, say the gym pays half of the dip bar, and you with your community also maybe just arranging something, then it can be doable. But I think people just need to put the willpower in it.
Yeah.
Um, but there are also, of course, people that, yeah, they just need to deal with what they're having, and they
Yeah.
cannot, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. What's your thoughts? Because I always get asked this one, and it's the question of like powerlifters coming into the sport of street lifting and it being unfair if they come in because they can squat on paper way more. It becomes
hmm
unfair. Like, do you have any opinion on that?
If I look in general
Mm.
to the people that are on the like highest podium, just people that are winning street lifting events,
Yeah.
it's almost never a powerlifter. Like
Yep.
for me, I see a lot of people that are it's just the total people that are complete. Like,
Yeah.
and if people are complaining, just improve your squat because mm, I got a high total right now
Hmm.
because I don't got a specific weak lift. It's not that my squat is crazy high or something else is crazy high, but everything that I'm doing is just good. So, and that's
Yeah.
what makes you a great athlete. Just doing
100%.
everything great.
Yeah. No, I agree. And like the way I see it, why would you want to rely on one lift to try and get you through, as opposed to, like you said, being good at all of them?
Yes, exactly. I think
Yeah.
it's more an ego thing for a lot of people, like just haters, because I'm a real calisthenics fan. I do it for 12 years already. And if I need to choose, like I said, it's squat that I'm doing the rest of my life.
I like it.
So yeah. So it's not that I don't like the other lifts, but it's just it's a real complete exercise. And they put it as last lift also, so it's also the hardest.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you could do it fresh, it's also maybe a difference. But you need to do it after you've already done 3 upper body lifts.
Yeah.
You're more than 3.5 hours into the competition. You're
Yeah.
maybe getting cramps. You get stressed. You're tired, and then
Yeah.
you need to squat. So I think it's perfect. I
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
think it's perfect.
No, that's
It's
it.
a really good. I don't think they can improve better on it, like than doing the some specific order. This is perfect. Like you got the iconic lift in the first place, then the
Yep.
pull up is for me it's the most boring part, but it's also the um it's only the second lift. So and then the dip comes is also really exciting because it's most of the controversial
Yep.
type of exercise, and then you got the crazy squat. So for me, with the squat specifically, you see these crazy grinders. You see people that are going from a fifth place to a maybe third or second place.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
crazy, like you need to calculate a lot. I
Yep.
really love it. It gives a
Yeah.
great dynamic in the sport. So yeah, I think it's. I don't think they should ever change that. The only thing they maybe could change, in my opinion, is maybe go to a two lift, two attempt comp.
Oh, okay, interesting. So 2 attempts on each of the 4 lifts. Yeah,
Yes.
that's pressure. I mean,
Yeah, it's pressure.
it's pressure, but then at the same time, I mean, all you're doing is cutting out your first lift, really, right? So what you would have done
Yeah.
for the first lift, now you do your second lift first.
It's way
but
bigger risk.
but that's
That's
pressure.
true.
Yeah, yeah.
It's way bigger risk, but also if you want to make a sport grow,
Yeah.
one thing that needs to be bigger is the people that are watching it. And it needs to be entertaining also.
Yeah.
And if you get like these 4 lifts, 3 attempts, it takes sometimes like DSN is one of the only competitions that's almost ahead of time.
Their comp
Like
was long, right? Like 3 days they had.
3 days, but
3 days,
we
yeah.
start at 9 and we finished at 7 and everything was within the time schedule.
Yeah. Big
So,
comp.
and then it's really long. So for people
Yeah.
watching, it's crazy long. And if you only do 2 attempts, you can just or either make it shorter.
Yeah,
So it's more fun to look. It's more risk.
that's
There's
true.
more dynamic. Everything gets more
Yeah.
exciting, but also gets more like, of course, it's more risk for the athlete. But you can also maybe even add more athletes, depending on what you want.
No, I like that. I do like that perspective. I mean, you could even take it even more high stake risk and go 1 lift each. I mean,
Yeah, if you go really crazy. I
yeah,
think two is maybe it's a sweet spot.
yeah. No, I do like that. Yeah, I never used to like the idea of 2 lift, but now in regard,
Maybe you
like
can
I
do
like
the
the risk of that. Yeah.
muscle up maybe 3 attempts just for people to because it's such a technical lift. And because if you only get like let's say your first muscle up, I think the most no reps are on muscle ups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
so maybe muscle up 3 attempts and then the rest 2. And you get the same amount of lifts as in powerlifting.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. 2, 4, 6.
Could be it could
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, it could. You know, I like that. Speaking of powerlifting, are you seeing much crossover from powerlifting into streetlifting? Because I can imagine naturally you might get some crossing over because there's similarities, right?
Yes, it's a big similarity.
Yeah.
For example, the Frida and Alex from Streetlifting Norway,
Yeah.
they
Is this
were here last week.
bicep? So her
Bicep
Instagram
Mami,
bicep.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay. Yeah.
yes. She was here with her boyfriend Alex, and he did his first streetlifting comp in the Dach Cup in Germany last week.
Okay.
And he was a powerlifter. He always did powerlifting comps. It was his first streetlifting comp, and like the way he trains and the way like the dynamics, that's something he said to me. He really liked it. And also, I think if you need to train the whole year for competition, like doing the endurance kind of stuff, doing the VPRs, learning the muscle up better, the skills in calisthenics, I think it's just a sport that's nicer to perform throughout the whole year. I think you will enjoy the workouts more. You will be more athletic. You will be more. I think you will have a greater physique, and you will have more like changing the way you are training and the way you are going throughout the week with competing in this sport. And
Yeah.
powerlifting, it's just more of the same. I think you're
Yeah.
not going to do endurance powerlifting because who's going to do 30 deadlifts? Yeah, it's not something. I don't think it's fun to do. But
No.
if you can do these type of dynamic training, I think you will enjoy it more. And I think that's what the reason why a lot of powerlifters are coming to streetlifting, just for the atmosphere. The calisthenics people in general, just the hype in streetlifting is crazy. It's more raw, in my opinion. Like the dynamics between the people also.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest reasons. Like the community in general is it's really good.
How big do you actually see streetlifting getting? Because obviously it's grown at a rapid pace, but what's your view on how big it can actually get? Like, can it get to that level of CrossFit, powerlifting, strong man, strong woman. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I think it could, but sometimes you also need to think, is this that what you like powerlifting, the level of powerlifting, I think that's something that you want or that you want to achieve.
Yeah.
But like there are also people like maybe streetlifting goes to like Olympic level. I don't think maybe the question is, do you want that? Because it's also like a pure and a raw sport. And I think that's something that's people want more of these days.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So I
really
think it
agree with
can
that.
be,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's something you want to see. Just like you want to see it more in every gym, but you don't have to see it on the big screen.
Okay. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Like gets to that point where when someone asks me, "Oh, what sport do you do?" and I say street lifting, and they say, "Oh, what's that?" Like I want people to be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
you do street lifting?" I say, "Oh, cool, cool."
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the level I think
yeah,
we need to be at. And then if we are at that level, then we can look further like, okay, what's the next step? But for now, I think that's a really nice way of explaining what you just said. So
yeah,
that's the thing we need to achieve.
yeah. No, I like it. I like it. I guess to kind of finish up in terms of like if people were interested in finding out more about yourself in terms of like social media, coaching and stuff, like where would be the best place for them to find out?
Yes, of course, just on Instagram, on my account, Jordan Vliegen, or on the Joe Sports Gym. Um, it's the easiest way. We also got a YouTube channel where we did some vlogs, but it's not something we specifically do a lot with. But also you can find me at the DSN page from Dutch Streetlifting Nationals,
Okay.
or at the NCA. It's a small calisthenics like course that we're also giving here in the Netherlands.
Ah, nice.
So yeah,
Wicked.
that's places where people can find me.
Wicked. Well, pleasure to speak to you, my friend. Pleasure to speak to you
It was an
and
honor.
delve into the mind of Jordan.
Thank you so much.
So just before I go, are you at any of the final rep continental competitions at the end of this year? So like Euros, Asia.
Yes,
Which ones are
yes.
you?
Lynn, of course, is performing this year at the Euros.
Okay, wicked. So you'll
Um,
definitely be there. Wicked,
yes, and hopefully next year on the Worlds for
wicked
myself
for yourself. Yeah, yeah. As an athlete, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and for Lynn, of course.
Ah, yep, 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 yep. All right. Well, in that case, hopefully I'll see you then in Paris
Yes,
in
yes, of course. We'll see
October,
each
I
other.
think. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Wicked. Okay.
perfect. Thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed it. It was super nice. So for people watching, shout out to Owen.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Cheers, bro. Thank you.
First, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.